What's up, guys? It's your boy Kazaris back with another fun little deck profile, and today we have Vennu with Possessed Dark Soul and a Blue Eyes engine. So it looks weird, but I'll explain all the synergy in a second. So before that, the new skill Master of Rites, not new skill, but the buffed skill Master of Rites, the card text isn't updated here, but the updated card text reads, whenever your light points decrease by 1,000, you can return one card from your hand to the deck and then add either a random ritual monster or a random ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And that is it's a switcheroo that gives you a ritual spell or monster, essentially. However, it's not once per turn, but I believe it's twice per duel. So like, you can only activate it 2 times, but you can do them both in the same turn, essentially. So like, if you in the case of this deck, if you have 2 Cyclone, you can Cyclone 2 cards and then put back a card, or you can Cyclone 1, put back a card from your hand to the deck, add either a monster or a spell, and then Cyclone another card and then put back a card from your hand to the deck and then add whatever counterpart you need. So you can do that twice. However, just make sure that you don't Cyclone 2 times before you use the skill, because the skill only registers an additional 1,000 after you've used it once. So like, if you Cyclone first, use the skill, now the skill will check for another 1,000 damage, and then you'll take 1,000 and then you can use it again. Whereas if you take 2,000 right off the bat, it only registers you took 1,000 or more for the first time you're going to use the effect, and then for the second time you've taken 0 damage. So if you want to use it twice, make sure you're doing it in separate intervals like that. So into the deck list, we were playing the 2 Vennu Bird of Divinity and the 3 Advanced Ritual Art. You can't really brick with them in the deck because of this skill specifically. Like, you could play 3 and 3 or 2 and 2, but I wanted more than 4 but less than 6. So like, having 5 is solid because I can still ritual summon twice with summon 2 Vennu. But I see a ritual card more often than I would if I played 4, and slightly less often than I would if I played 5. So like, you can still open double Advanced Ritual Art and no Vennu, but you can always just put one back to search Vennu. Like, the skill makes the deck a lot more fluid than it appears. So getting into the Blue Eyes part, so you have the 3 Whitestone of Ancients, simply because it's a good turn 1, which the deck needs. The deck's very good going second because of Possessed Dark Soul, and I'll talk about that in a second. But like, a good turn 1 is just set stone. That's always like, it's fail safe. That's what Blue Eyes does, and they were a great deck for a long time. So pretty simple. And then you have the 1 Dragon Spirit of White and the 2 Blue Eyes. Deck space was a little tight, but I figured it's good to have the Dragon Spirit, because if they attack into your stone, you summon it at the end phase, banish a back row. Pretty simple. It's just better than playing 3 Blue Eyes. I'd rather play 2 Blue Eyes and 1 Dragon Spirit of White for the versatility. And then 2 Blue Eyes because it is a level 8 that you'll send to the grave with Advanced Ritual Art to summon Vennu. So Advanced Ritual Art reads, this card can be used to summon any one ritual monster. You must also send normal monsters from your deck to the graveyard whose total levels equal the level of that ritual monster. So Vennu. So to know what monsters you can summon with Advanced Ritual Art, we'll say it in the first line of text. So this card says you can ritual summon this card with Primal Cry. So you can use Primal Cry, or you can use the generic one, like this. Or in the case of Magician of Chaos, same thing. You can ritual summon this card with Chaos form. However, if you try to do something like Garlandolf, Garlandolf reads, this card can only be ritual summoned with the ritual spell card, Ritual Destruction. So you can't use the Abyss ritual card. You can't use Advanced Ritual Art. You can't use any generic ritual spell to summon him, because he says you can only ritual summon him with Ritual Destruction. Unlike Vennu, which says you can with Primal Cry, but it's not restricted to Primal Cry. So that's how you know. So unfortunately, I wanted to do Garlandolf, but you can't, unfortunately. The 1 Silver's Cry, I was between like 2 Dragon Spirit of White or the 1 Silver's Cry. I figured I'd have this because it opens up a little bit more OTK potential. Like, you can ritual summon like Vennu with Advanced Ritual Art, send Blue Eyes, and then Primal Cry or Silver's Cry it back. So that's pretty simple. I just had like an extra slot and I didn't know what to do with it, so you could change it up a bit. Now the 3 Possessed Dark Soul, I just forgot I didn't explain this monster. So this card reads, You can tribute this face-up card, take control of all face-up level 3 or lower monsters your opponent currently controls, and that is permanent. The big thing is not a lot of decks play level 3 monsters nowadays. However, Vennu's effect reads, you can reveal one monster in your hand, then target one face-up monster on the field anywhere, so your opponent's field. That target's level becomes equal to the level the revealed monster had until the end of this turn. And then once per turn, if another monster is tributed from your hand or field, except during the damage step, you can target one monster in your graveyard added to your hand. This card pairs very well with Possessed Dark Soul, so you'll Ritual Summon Vennu, and then you'll have the Possessed Dark Soul in hand. You'll reveal it with Vennu's effect and target any monster your opponent controls. Then you'll normal summon the Possessed Dark Soul, tribute it, and then take control of all level 3 or lower monsters your opponent currently controls. It doesn't target, whereas Vennu does. So unfortunately this doesn't out Cocytus, because this doesn't target what Vennu does, so Vennu would have to target the Cocytus in order for you to take it with Possessed Dark Soul, which you can't do. And then this card also tributes itself, triggering Vennu's other effect, which allows you to add another monster, or you can add a monster back from your graveyard to your hand if a monster is tributed. So you can add back the same Possessed Dark Soul to do the same play on the following turn if you're not going to kill them that turn. Or you can add back a White Stone or a Blue Eyes or something like that. So that's pretty cool. You could make the deck with one Blue Eyes, simply because if you draw it, you just put it back with Master of Rites. And then if you want to summon a second Vennu, you can add the first one back to your hand with something like White Stone of Ancients, or with Vennu's effect after something has been tributed, and then put it back to the deck again to be used with Master of Rites. So you could cut it to one. There were a few times where I've opened with double Blue Eyes. With like that shouldn't happen, but opening Blue Eyes and Dragon Spear to double Blue Eyes isn't good. That's what constitutes the bricks. So you could do that, but I like two, just so I don't have to put myself in a weird scenario where I have to get the first Blue Eyes back to my hand just to summon a second Vennu. But 3 Cyclone, already explained that, and then 2 Econ, pretty straightforward. You can tribute take with Stone, that's always a great play, or tributing with a Vennu in the field also triggers Vennu's effect, which is cool, and it facilitates OTKs. Extra deck, I just kind of threw it together because you can synchro with Stone, so you can make a level 4 or a level 9, so Vermilion is obvious, and then the double Azure and Cloud or Gigantic Castle, pretty obvious, just good level 9s to have for any Blue Eyes deck. 1 Underworld Fighter Balmung, just because if you brick but your opponent isn't playing very quickly, you can synchro with Stone and Dark Soul. I don't want to have the scenario come up and not have this option, so there's no reason to not play it. And then the 1 Armades, just in case you get to the point where Balmung stayed on the field, and then you can summon another Stones and make Armades, or you can Econ take a level 4, summon Stone, make Armades, etc. So that's the deck. Let's get into some duels. Alright, so we're up against a Ancient Gear player. Or a fake Ancient Gear player, we'll see. Nope, real Ancient Gear player. Our hand is decent. We get another draw. So if we draw a Ritual Spell or the Vennu, we can Cyclone and then put back one of our Stones and then search whatever we're missing. And then we have the Possessed Dark Soul combo. Ancient Gear Reborn. Okay. Huh. We didn't. But we did draw... Okay, so we can Cyclone this, set Econ, take the Wyvern, smack him for 2k, end phase, activate Stone to summon Spirit and banish. That seems to work. This way he has a harder time of getting out Reactor. Now we can still draw the Ritual Spell or the Vennu and still trigger it the same way. So he's going to set Reborn. Now he has Wyvern to search Reactor. Okay, so I need to clear both, otherwise he'll be able to tribute summon Reactor next turn. And I can't do that. Oh wait, can I? I can. No, I can just... Yeah, okay. I can just pop the Reborn, I think, right? Yeah. Okay. So when you're using, so this is the one that was just sent to the grave. The far right is the one that's furthest up in the graveyard. So the one on the left is the one that was in the grave last turn. So then that way I'll still be able to trigger the one in the grave that was sent there this turn to summon the blue eyes from the deck. So he has to have the Gear Town now. Yeah. In which case I'm still in a solid position. Yeah. Oh, nice. See, even with 2 blue eyes, it's not a brick. We just put it back, search, and then just go Vennu. Beautiful. Bang, bang. I can effect, banish the stone. Booyah. Nice. Cool. Alright. Good exhibition match. Let's do another one. Alrighty. Another Crowler. Let's hope it's just a fake Ancient Gear player this time. So fake. So is it Desperado maybe? I could Ritual Art. I could Ritual Art, or I could just wait. So if it's Life Point Boost Alpha, I'm assuming it's Desperado, so that you can search it with Card of the Soul. Wait a minute. What is happening? Why? So it's still Ancient Gears, but he just searched Gageltron Dragon. Okay. Alright. Well, we're living. And we're winning. Yeah, so we're gonna get double Vennu here. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I don't want him to scoop before I can do the Dark Soul play, so I'm just gonna show him the Dark Soul. Make him level 3, Dark Soul effect, tribute take, activate Vennu since a monster is tributed, add this back, and then activate this, summon another Vennu, dump another Blue Eyes, booyah, got him, unless there's a Sphere Rebo in that hand, he's out of here, booyah, nice, that was beautiful, cool, alright, let's do another one. Against the Yami Yugi.
Duel.
Setstone Pass. Never failed me before. Let's see it. Alright. Ever seen Gaia, the Fierce Knight? Tributed special blacklisted soldier from hand to grave. Okay. Interesting. Let's get rid of that back row. I don't like it being there. Adios. Nav. Okay. Well, that's game. Possessed Dark Soul is just the icing on the cake, the nail in the coffin. Nice. Yes. Take this back. Thank you very much. Yoink. Yoinked it. Easy enough. Alright, let's do one more. Bones. Bonds. I've always said bonds, but apparently it's bones, which just doesn't make sense. There's no E in the name. Bonds. I don't know what to expect. Set double cyclone, I guess. Double cosmic. So ideally we can trigger this. We trigger the skill at least once. Hopefully the cyclones interrupt him. That's all I can hope for, really, or that he just doesn't OTK me. Oh, so it's magicians. Okay. Interesting. Is it posthumous army magicians? Interesting. Huh, okay. Confused. So I think... I think we just hit the double cyclone, right? I think we just cycle them both back row. There's no reason not to. I don't think there's any reason not to, because now we can get out Vennu. Depending what we draw, we can maybe kill him. Choose a third cyclone. Okay. Put this back. Add Vennu. Activate. Sending this. Set this as a bluff. Yeah. Set it as a bluff, I guess. If you can't summon anything, it's lethal on the following turn. So I'm assuming he has a Dark Magician in hand, at least one. So I don't know what else it could be. Maybe 2 Dark Magician in hand, hopefully. And then he only has 2 cards to play with. But we'll see. Good top decks would be like... So he top decked Chocolate Magician Girl, really? So discard Dark Magician, yeah, draw 1. Beautiful. What a top deck. Oh my god. Absolutely amazing, mate. Yoink. I'll take that permanently. Activate. Thank you. Add this back to my hand so I can do it on the following turn. Got him. Just like that, boys. Booyah. Let's do one more. These games have been pretty short. Alright, so we're up against a Yak Atlas. We're going to the second. Hand is beautiful. Wow, that's a beautiful hand. So we don't have Possessed Dark Soul, but we have Econ Take with Ancients. Yeah. Econ Take with Ancients. And Vennu can add back the Blue Eyes. Setting 3. Wow. Okay. That's subs. I want to be able to double cyclone here. I'm just going to put the Econ back. Add a Vennu. Yeah. Now we can cyclone again. Banish that one. I hit a final battle. Might not be the only one. Might not be the only final battle. So we can summon the Vennu here. I don't know what. Like what? If he, is that a Nemesis Archer set? Nemesis Warrior? Nemesis Archer. Okay, like I can synchro for a mech here. We could also top deck. I think I synchro for a mech. Yeah. So, without Possessed Dark Soul, he doesn't even have a monster in face of attack, so Vennu's kind of useless. So I think the play is to go into mech and just end, summon white, and banish the last one. And then on my turn, I can banish the ancients to pop his monster or back row. Now, if that's warrior and he top decks a monster and tributes it for Umastrix, I can just pop the Umastrix. If he doesn't shotgun it, I can add back a Blue Eyes here, attack, bait it, then tribute attack over the Umastrix, I think. So that's okay. Econ. Okay, so all comes down to the top deck. Played through his whole back row. Top decked our warrior and had a warrior. He opened 2 warriors and 26 cards. So he's going to use it right away. Like a dummy. Bad Subterra players, man. What can he do? Oh, I'm just going to say Umastrix. Got him. Alright, just like that, folks. And that's going to be the game. So I like the deck a lot. It's a little bricky sometimes, but it has some cool plays for sure. Has some cool ways to OTK the opponent. Vennu is just a really cool ritual card in general. And then now that the Master of Rites skill was fixed or improved or buffed, that's the correct word, I just wanted to try it out before Cyber Angels came out, and that's the idea I came up with. So I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Peace. I'm hyped for the box tonight.